All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. We're going to Wonju, South Korea for Road FC 71. We're going to a catchweight bout, and technically still the interim title bout. We'll get to that in a second. Seo-Young Park coming in at 5-4, taking on Yu-Jin Shin coming in at 3-0. Now, this was originally supposed to be between Jeong-Eun Park and Yu-Jin Shin for the Road Atomweight title. Jeong-Eun Park apparently fractured her orbital bone and had to withdraw. Seo-Young Park got the call on 4 days' notice. Now, they moved it to, I believe, like a 112, 113 pound catchweight bout, still with the interim title on the line because, well, when you own the title, you can do whatever you want with it. That's just how it goes. It's their title, it's their rules. So Seo-Young Park came in on weight, and then Yu-Jin Shin weighed in at like 125. Yeah. So I don't know why she missed that bad. She took full responsibility. Now, I did see one thing online that said, well, she thought the fight was going to be canceled when Jeong-Eun Park withdrew, so she didn't keep her weight down after that. And then, like I said, Seo-Young Park came in on like 4 days' notice. But I'm not really sure why she missed weight. I do know that Yu-Jin Shin said she just wasn't, she just lacked discipline and everything. Like, she took 100% responsibility. So I don't know. Anyway, Park came in at 5-4. Shin came in at 3-0. Let's get into the fight itself. So first round, before it started, Yu-Jin Shin was given a yellow card due to the weight miss. Even if she won, the best she could hope for was a no contest. So basically, it was Park fighting for the title at this point. Fight starts, and honestly, this first round was really disappointing. It was largely uneventful. They didn't throw a whole lot. They landed less. It just seemed like both fighters were afraid to get close enough for their strikes to really land. Like, they were throwing, but they were throwing just outside of distance to hit each other. I'm not sure what the hesitation was. Even the referee had to pause them at the 3-minute mark. Basically told him, like, hey, get going. I don't know why he waited 3 whole minutes, but yeah, he did. So after that, Shin started to throw more. Park tried to counter. Yu-Jin Shin landed a really nice jab. They got to the clinch. Park landed a nice knee. I think she landed one more, and then they both started throwing knees to each other's thighs. And that was it for the first round. Like, the clinch lasted, I think, maybe 15 seconds. And that was at the end. Second round started. Shin came out, started a little more aggressively. Park landed a nice check hook. Park went for a takedown attempt, but Yu-Jin Shin just like shoved her straight off and landed a punch to follow up. Low kick by Park. Big right hand by Yu-Jin Shin. Shin got the clinch off of a punch, and from there she tripped Park against the cage. Shin passed to the side control. From there she stepped over to mount. Then she got reverse mount where she was like mounted but then facing Park's feet. From there she grabbed the Park's left arm, started hunting for a key lock. So she went back to side control because it's easier to get a key lock from side control than it is from reverse mount. Yeah, she's still trying to get that key lock. Really trying to force it too. Key lock's kind of one of those types of submissions. You've got to really force it. Park managed to get out of it, and she turtled. From there, Shin took her back. Then Park rolled, giving up mount, and then rolled over again as soon as Shin started pounding from giving up from mount. Shin was on Park's back against the cage. So like Shin had her back to the cage and she had Park's back. Started landing some punches. Shin tried to go for like the rear naked choke, but Park kept her chin down. So instead, Yu-Jin Shin just settled for the neck crank, just squeezed that jaw like what Alexa Grasso did against Valentina Shevchenko. Just really cranked the arm on the jaw there, neck crank. Park fought it, but she ended up tapping out. 4 minutes, 44 seconds of the second round. But because of the massive weight miss by Yu-Jin Shin, the fight ends in a no contest. So their records stay the same. Park doesn't take an L. Shin doesn't get a W, and neither fighter walked out with a title. I'll be honest, I was like really disappointed with this. I hated the result, and I hated everything that caused it. Now, and I'll tell you why. I can't grade the fighters based on their performances properly, because I've seen them both look better than this. And then they come in and they just didn't fight. I don't know, like, and it's hard to grade them properly because, you know, Yu-Jin Shin missed so much weight, or missed weight by so much. And then Park was dealing with a fighter who was, like, visibly a lot bigger than her. And, you know, this leaves both fighters in limbo. Like, both fighters are kind of stuck right where they were when they came in. Like, neither advanced, neither really went bad, although Yu-Jin Shin looks really bad because of the weight thing. But, I mean, it's not like neither of them really advanced. This was like, it's almost as if it would have been better off not having this fight. Now, Park wants a rematch with Yu-Jin Shin at Atomweight. Here's my thing. If I were Road FC, I wouldn't trust Yu-Jin Shin to actually make Atomweight at this point. I mean, she was supposed to be fighting for the Atomweight title. She had never fought at Atomweight before. She'd been fighting at Strawweight. And now I'm thinking she probably might never be able to make Atomweight. I mean, she's young. She's like 19, 20 years old. She's going to keep growing. She still has some room to grow, and I don't think she's going to be able to make Atomweight. We'll have to see. And, you know, I was saying that, honestly, this fight could have, should have been a big opportunity for both. But like I said, neither fighter looked great in it. I mean, yeah, neither of them looked great. For things to work on, aggression for both of them. Both of them need to be more aggressive. Like, I can understand the feeling out process in the first round, but at the 3-minute mark, you're getting warned for not being active at all. What are you doing? So, especially, I would say especially for Yu-Jin Shin, because you're the bigger fighter. You had 12 pounds on your opponent at the weigh-ins. Both fighters should have been a little more aggressive. For fights to make, for Yu-Jin Shin, I'm honestly not sure. Really not sure, because like I said, I don't trust her to make Atomweight. Maybe at this point, I don't think Road FC has anyone left for her. Have her go over to Japan, fight some strawweights over there. For Seo-Young Park, who, by the way, sponsored for this fight. She wore my logo. Her whole team had my logo on their shirts when they walked out for the fight, and it was on the banner too. So happy for her to have repped my logo well. For Park, she wants that rematch, but I say either go for the road title against Jeong-Eun Park when she recovers, or if that's going to take a while, she already called for a title shot in Shudo against Arakoga, the Atomweight champ there. I think at this point in her career, that's a winnable fight for her if she fights smart and fights right. So I'd go for that, and then I'd go for the Shudo title against Arakoga, and depending on how well that goes and how Jeong-Eun Park has recovered, call out Jeong-Eun Park after that. leave Yu-Jin Shin behind. Don't trust her to make weight. Normally, I'd be even like more upset at a fighter losing weight, but you know, Shin really seemed like apologetic and sorry, and like knew that she messed up, which is more than you see from like a lot of fighters in the West. So that's nice to see. So I'm not going to be too mad about her, and it's for her first time, you know. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'll try to remember to link the video in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Hit that thumbs up, and while you're at it, go ahead, subscribe to WMAC Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. See you next time.